part of why it is said to be the most haunted place in this area is the mystique, the story. Somebody getting locked up and eventually dying from madness. Hello everyone, my name is Jack Devin, owner and operator of Moonlight Tours right here at Placerville, California. And I want to talk about the most haunted place in the entire area, and I'm sure there's some amazingly haunted places. Notable mentions would include the Carey House, the Glenmorey Bed and Breakfast, the Pearson Soda Works, the Freemason Building. That also includes Poor Reds, the Freemason Building, also over in El Dorado. So many haunted places. However, the most haunted place in the entire area, that would be the Vineyard House, right there in Coloma, off of 49 and Cold Springs Road, right there. Louisa and Robert Chalmers originally set this up as a boarding house, restaurant, and among other things, and it was their pride and joy. Robert, he decided, well, I'm gonna go fool around. There's some brothels, there's some stuff around the corner, and he contracts syphilis. Oops. Well, the thing about this, though, is that syphilis messes with your mind. He comes home and, well, he's not looking so good. Louisa quickly realizes what he did. Now, in very short order, I mean, you're talking a couple weeks, couple months, Robert would be found sleeping in open graves in the Pioneer Cemetery right across the street. It's said that partway out of animosity towards him for him bringing syphilis back into the house, and as punishment, also for his safety though, is that she fashioned a jail cell downstairs where the bar was, downstairs where they would drink, where the town would come and they would drink, and there's all these other places they would go to, but it was a very common place. The reports even then, and you're talking in the 1860s, is that he would have conversations by himself and other things, other voices would talk back to him. This is in the 1860s. Eventually, he succumbs to his illness and he dies. Fast forward, and it is now a restaurant. This is 1970s, 1980s. Those voices still persisted when nobody was back there. Stuff on the bar would move. At a point, it became a residential house. The owners, from what I understand now, are quite reclusive and they want their privacy, so please respect that. But what I will say is that there are still reports of when the owners are not there, that there are blood-curdling screams that have been heard, where the neighbors have heard this and thinking that somebody's being violently attacked will call the police, only to show up to the Vineyard House and there is nobody in sight. The owners have also reported, at least the ones prior to this from what I understand, they have reported while being downstairs, the sounds of boot steps walking up and down the stairs, people walking up onto the deck and having conversations, even people upstairs when they're trying to sleep, the sound of boot steps walking around. What's kind of funny about that is that one of the owners trying to go to sleep was hearing this and said, "You better pipe down. I want my rest. Leave me alone." From what I understand it, is that there is no more activity, at least in that room at night. It's only during the daytime. So whatever spirit's in there is absolutely respecting that. I find it really fascinating, and I think part of why it is said to be the most haunted place in this area is the mystique, the story. Somebody getting locked up and eventually dying from madness. Say what you will about what might be more haunted or where, but there's something different, in my opinion, about the Vineyard House in Coloma, California. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little story. I'll see you guys in the next episode.